slow, you know the big picture you have in your head. Beautiful. What can you do daily in order for you to get to that place?
All right. All right. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
ma.
evening. Yeah, good evening. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us on November's edition of the Transformation Conversation. So I'm going to give you opportunity to speak briefly. Before then, to those that have joined us, Unwana, Ifelua, and the rest, I want to officially welcome Mr. Dandiel. Thank you for joining us. What an honor. Thank you, Mr. Dandiel, for joining us. All right, you can hear me. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Samson. I can see your comments. Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. It's such a pleasure to have you here this evening with us. So for those that will be meeting me for the first time, I am Enete Kingsley. And by the grace of God, I am the host of this transformation conversation and also the president of this community you are in now, the Productivity Accountability Network. I am an accountability coach and I'm also a transformational writer. My intention is to ensure that to inspire young leaders and also help young people become better with themselves. Today we want to talk about answer the question of purpose. Several people have found themselves in changes. They don't know what to do. They are confused about life because they've been unable to answer this one question about purpose. And here we are, 2022 is almost out. We are about entering into 2023. So this conversation is not just to talk about purpose, but to set our hearts on fire. Why are you here? What are you doing with why you are here? So that's the essence of this conversation. I'm so happy to have you here with us. So with us this evening to take this conversation is Akubuko Edith Chi. She's such an amazing young lady, one that I love so much because of her quest for knowledge, her passion towards growth, and she's been doing amazing things in the online space, reaching out, inspiring lives with her content. She's a great writer. Please, let's give a round of applause to Akubiko Chi Edith. Recently, she emerged as the 10 most creative writers in the Bewa Content Creation Challenge 2.0. It was not easy creating content for 30 days on personal development, and she came out among the top 10 on creative writing. Please celebrate her from wherever you are hearing us from. So Akubiko Chi, she's a Christian. That's the first thing you should know about her. She's a personal development coach, an author, and also a mentor in the School of Mentorship. And like some of us that will be joining us there, she has been through times of low esteem. I think she says if there's anything like concentrated introvert, she should be addressed as one. She has come from that point of being an introvert, not being able to face the public, not being able to fulfill purpose, to becoming an outstanding author of 2 great books on personal development and sexual addiction. Please clap for Akubiko. Akubiko is also an award-winning writer. She has won several awards. So the titles of her book are Secrets to Change Your Life Forever, a practical guide to personal development. 2, It Happened Again, top secret everyone must know about sexual addiction. Then she's currently running a YouTube channel where she posts videos on personal development. After this session, do well to connect with Akubuke Chi. Thank you, Edith, for joining us. That being said,
Thank
let's
you,
get into
ma.
conversation for this evening. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone that has joined us. Let's get started. All right, Ma, you can start.
I want to thank you so much, Mrs. Anita Kingsley, for this opportunity, because this is one of the things that I so much drive joy talking about. It's one of the things that I love so much. Like when I say I love it, I mean I really, really do love to talk about this thing, because I feel like there is no other reason to me. The main cocoa, the main basic reason why we are here on earth is to achieve a purpose, is to achieve the reason why we are sent. Just like a child that is being sent on an errand. Maybe I now saw the child on the way. My question should be, where are you going to? Maybe if it's late at night, I'll be like, where are you going to by this time of the night? He will answer me, my mommy asked me to go and buy Maggi. So the purpose why he came out by that time of the night is just to go and get something for the mom. So that's the same way each and every one of us, we have a purpose, an assignment that we are given to achieve here on earth. We are all like pilgrims. We are actually pilgrims here on earth that is meant to achieve a purpose. There is a reason why we are created. There is a reason why we are here. I've seen many people ask this question about purpose, and the basic concept I would like to use and address this particular issue this night is the Japanese concept that is called Ikigai. That's the main concept that we'll be talking more on this evening, because I believe it answers a lot of questions regarding purpose. So first, when we hear the word purpose, what comes to mind? Many of us, we think of intention of living, we think of reason of living, we think of what, we think of the, let me use the word, the reason for being. That's the main assignment or the main reason for a particular thing. That's what comes to mind when we hear the word purpose. Now, going to the concept of Ikigai. Ikigai is gotten from two words. Iki meaning life, then gai meaning purpose, meaning reason. Let me use the word reason. So joining them together, we will say that Ikigai simply means reason for being, reason for living, that particular reason for your living. And it is also discovered that a particular residence in Japan called the people of Okinawa, these people lives for 100 and something years, being fulfilled, being happy. So they are the ones that made us to understand how best to live a happy and a fulfilled life. Because most people might say that they have a work doing or they have a business, they have money, but they are not fulfilled. They are not happy in what they are doing. So these people lived a happy and a fulfilled life. We would first of all look at the 4 ways of identifying your Ikigai. Just like we have already established, Ikigai simply means reason for being. That's your purpose, reason for being in existence, reason for being here on earth. So we'll be using the first 4 questions, which is the first basic things that each and every one of us should understand if we are actually trying to find our purpose and live our purpose. The first question, it says, what do you love? What do you love? That's simply telling you your passion. Most of us love to sing. Most of us love to dance. Most of us love to write. Most of us love to, we have different things that we love to do. So in order for you to find your purpose, the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, what do you love? It is in understanding what you love that will enable you to know how best to live your life. So you need to understand what you love. That is your passion, what you are passionate about. This is one of the things that will give you clue on how to find your purpose and live your purpose. Is one thing to find your purpose, is another thing to live your purpose. Just like Mrs. Aneta already said, I am that person that it took me years to really understand many things about myself. And this is why I would love many people out there not to go through what I went through, but then listen and learn in order for you to, instead of taking that one step, coming back, going up again, you will be able to learn from my own experience and the experience of many others out there. So understanding what you love is the first question. The second question that will enable you to identify and follow your Ikigai is, what are you good at? What is that thing that you are good at? Let me use myself for an instance. Right from day one, I love writing, I love speaking, though I have that fear of speaking. I don't know what people might say. I have that fear of how will people look at me? How will they see what I'm doing? Will anybody appreciate what I'm doing? Like I have that so much what if right there in my head. But understanding and living at a particular point in my life, I began to be intentional with my life. That intentionality changed a lot of things for me. If you are this kind of a person that is passionate about living out your purpose, you need to come to that point of intentionality. You don't just sleep and wake up, go and brush, take your bath, eat food, watch movie, go to social media, know what's happening there, come back again, sleep, you wake up. Mm-mm. Enough of living that kind of automatic is already there kind of life. We need to come to the point of being intentional. It is intentionality that will help us a great deal. Now, coming back to what I was talking about, I began to identify more about myself when I started being intentional with my life. The second question that I talked about says, what are you good at? And using myself as an example, I said, first, I love writing, I love doing many things, but I wasn't good at them. Being good at something will take you process, it will take you sacrifice, it will take your money, it will take your energy, it will take some things from you. And you need to be ready for it. You wouldn't say that, okay, I love to do many things, like I love to do many things in my life, all those many things that you love to do in your life, but you are not ready to give your time to it. You're not ready to pay for it. You're not ready to do anything. It's not supposed to be that way. So, right from day one, another thing that I also love doing is singing and dancing. But till today and till tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know when I will be good at dancing and singing because I feel like it's not my thing. It's not the main thing that gives me joy. It's not the main thing that gives me fulfillment. So you can I already talked about the two questions that will help you to identify your Ikigai. So you can use either of them to know the walls that you need to build up. I loved writing, dancing, speaking, singing, and all of that. But I started developing, being more intentional with writing and speaking. And this is where that what you are good at comes in place. I don't know if you are getting me because you might not really be there yet. But since you are taking small steps, that progress is the most important thing before perfection. That word perfection comes naturally. You don't struggle to be perfect. It's a natural something. But for you to get to that point of being perfect, you need to progress small, one step at a time. Have something that you are doing, no matter how small. You don't need to like overwhelm yourself with a lot of things. At the end, you end up doing nothing. So you need to ask these two questions. What do you love? Talking about your passion. What are you good at? Talking about your vocation, what you can do with your hands, what you have been able to grow yourself or train yourself to be. And this is why I believe that writing, speaking, all of these things are skill. You can develop them. You might not even love them at first, but maybe on the way you found out that this is what God is directing you to do. Somewhere, somehow, you started trying to build yourself as in order for you to identify your Ikigai and follow it. Says, what does your world need? The world around you, what do they need? I have come to understand that the world around me needs my voice. Everybody must not listen to me, but the people that God connects me with are the people that has to listen to this my voice. And I don't need to be silent. Enough of me being silent, enough of you being silent. Check what the world around you needs and what do you do? Identify if this is it. This is that thing that gives you fulfillment. This is that thing that gives you joy. You wake up in the morning, even when your alarm clock rings, you are happy to wake up, you are stand up from your bed and start doing what you're supposed to do. I remember just like what mommy right here said, she talked about the competition that we had. That particular competition, I knew how it stretched me to the point that I need to wake up. At times it will just do me that kind feeling that somebody has when you have an exam. That was the way it was for me then. Because I'll be feeling that kind of there is something that you need to do, and succeeding in this thing will help you a lot. It gives me that joy, it gives me that push to do the right thing that I'm supposed to do. Now it's important for you to identify that thing that your word needs. And immediately you're identifying it, you should be able to walk in line with it. Follow your Ikigai. Follow your reason for being. Follow your reason for being here on earth. The fourth question that can help you identify your Ikigai says, what can you be rewarded for? The truth is that it is very difficult for you to work with your passion alone. Most times, your passion without money is not even most times, but the truth is that in reality, your passion without money can lead you to frustration. You need to eat food, you need to pay for house rent, you need to feed your children, you need to take care of your bills. So you have that passion, you have that wonderful thing that you want to do, but you are not earning anything from it. It is something that should give you concern for you to do better. So you need to understand what you can be rewarded for. That's your profession. And in that thing that you can be rewarded for, it can also in turn be the thing that your word will need for them to become better and to do well. Because we are not only serving ourselves in finding our purpose on earth, we are serving God who created us. We are also serving humanity. So it is not about you alone. If you think that fulfilling purpose on earth is all about you, you are wrong. It is not about you alone. It is for the people out there. It is for God. Now, I would like us to quickly look at the rules that these residents of Okinawa lived by in order for them to live this fulfilling, happy life. They lived by 10 basic rules. The first rule says that you should stay active and not retire. Most of us, maybe because of our profession, because of our, let me say, we are done with school, we are done with our secondary school education, or maybe our university, we are done with our schooling. The next thing is that I need to rest. There is nothing else I want to do again. But it is not supposed to be that way. These people lived by this particular rule that even if they come to the point of retiring from a particular thing that they are doing, they never relax. They wouldn't say that, okay, I don't need to be active again. I need to just rest, wake up. So much of that resting and so much of all of those things will not benefit their life. Majority, the average number of people of Okinawa, they live 100 plus, 100 and something years. And this is because they never retired. They kept on being active in what they are doing. Now, the second rule that they lived by says that you should take it slow. I will always tell people that care to hear that you want to do many things. You have many wonderful ideas in your head. You want to achieve many things. There are many, many wonderful things that you want to do. But you should not overwhelm yourself. If you know that multitasking is not working for you, take it easy. You will get there. Small, small, gradual, gradual. I wrote a post one certain time. The title is Gradual, Gradual. Just take things easy. And this is the rule that these people lived by. They lived by the rule of taking things slow, slow. That is why I already talked about being progressive. Just make sure that you have something that you're doing. Just small, small. Every day. Make sure that the things, let me say for instance, now I want to be a public figure that will travel around the world, speak to many people, speak to different countries, not just being online, but going there. So I have this kind of big picture in my head. But then, what am I doing daily in order to get there? I cannot just jump from here and get there. And I cannot also try to, I will read this particular book, I will read the other one, I will read 10 books in a month. Okay, I will be making 15 videos in a month. Let me be building my courage. Don't do anything that will overwhelm you. Just take it easy. Slow, slow. You know the big picture you have in your head. Beautiful. What can you do daily in order for you to get to that place? This is you being intentional with your life. You ask yourself questions. You think. Nobody is saying that you should worry over many things, over the things that are not right, the ones that are not doing better, the ones that... Just take it easy. But make sure that you are busy. Make sure that you have things that you are doing small, small. Now, the third rule that these people live by is talking about the 80% rule of eating food. There is this Igbo adage that says, Kamoga don't eat the. That means instead of it being in the pot, let it be in my stomach. But it is not supposed to be that way. Honestly, most of these things, coming to understand life to an extent, these are things that we should intentionally practice in our life. You know you are hungry and you want to eat you want to eat like until you are belly full. There are ones that we can even eat. You cannot even stand up from the bed again because you have eaten too much. You cannot even stand up from the seat where you sat down to eat because you have eaten too much. So, but these people lived by the rule of eating 80%. Leave your stomach 20% on full. Let it be full up to 80%. You can imagine a child or a student that went through the examination, the CA and everything, and at the end of everything, the person got 80%. Whoever gets 80%, the person has tried. So if you have eaten, you will not be able to be active. You need that energy to still work. It's not food alone that will enable you to do a good work. I don't know if this is clear. Are we together? Hello everyone,
Yes,
are we together?
yes, we are.
Okay,
Yes, we are.
okay.
Thank
So the fourth rule that these people live by is talking about the kind of friends that you keep. They surrounded each and every one of them that you see, they have a community that they belong to. That fourth rule says surround yourself with good friends. No wonder the Bible said that bad company corrupts good manners. You don't just have to surround yourself with anyhow people that will give you negative energy, people that will make you to feel like what you are doing, you're not doing the right thing, people that will discourage you when you finally find yourself and you're trying to live in purpose. Excuse me. You don't need those kind of people around you. So you need to surround yourself with the right kind of people, the good friends that will help you to build and become better. Now, the fifth rule that they live by says that you should get your body in shape for your next birthday. Most of us, our body grow alongside with our birthday. If you're 20 years, that means you're expected to be like that. You should get your body things that you can small, small. Even if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes exercise, just get yourself busy exercising, walk around, jog. If it means you taking a walk, just be busy, keeping your body in shape so that your birthday will not be competing with your shape. So I believe that this rule will also help us if we work hand in hand with the fourth rule that we talked about regarding how we eat. It's going to help us to keep our body in shape and enable us do more work and be active. So if you are carefully listening to all these rules, you begin to see how they relate, how they work together. Now, the sixth rule says smile. Smiling has a way of giving you a positive attitude, making you cheerful, being happy. Like smiling has a way of changing your mood. I remember a particular incident that really unlocked my really unlocked my understanding regarding smile. Was that I needed to do something downstairs. I'm supposed to come downstairs around 6 or 7 because naturally the sun reacts on my skin, like I will be seeing the reaction immediately. So I needed to come down around 6 or 7. Before you know what's happening, I finally got down around 10, 11. The sun was, I expected in my head that the sun was supposed to be so hot. Because of that expectation, I became angry. Like nobody annoyed me, oh, I became angry. When I was doing that work downstairs, my people will look down, they'll be like, eat it, how far? I'll tell them, fine. You know that kind of fine that people should just leave me alone, I beg, leave me. So, but later on, my daddy came down. Immediately he saw me, he was like, ah, well done, no. Do you notice that the sun did not even come out today? Ah, are you serious? Like, I did not notice it. Immediately he said it. I was shocked. I was surprised. How did I not notice that the sun did not come out? And I am angry. Auntie, why are you angry? So immediately, the first thing that I did that day was that I smiled. It was as if I connected myself with my environment. I had to take my phone. I started taking picture. I started making video, and I was also doing what I was doing then. But the simple thing that changed my countenance, that changed how I felt immediately was that my smile. As I everything became different again. I was just happy. When we look at some of these rules, and we see that we can really connect it with ourselves. And connecting it with ourselves, we see that it is going to help us to live that happy life, doing the right thing that we're supposed to do in order to live in purpose and being fulfilled. Now, the seventh rule says that you should reconnect with nature. Like today, I went to one hill like that. I think they said the name is it Sherry Hill. Going to that hill alone, like there's this kind of joy. I cannot explain it. I was just so happy, even though I did not even spend a lot of time there. But I was happy being there. I had to touch the rocks. I had to climb on top. I will take picture. I will stay like this. You know that kind of thing that, oh Father, this is natural. you know, and this is some of the things that when you neglect, you will be inside like me before. I'm this kind of a person like Mommy Annette already said, I will always want to stay inside. I love to just be myself, stay inside. Nobody should talk to me. Oh. I don't want to talk to anybody. Oh. But the truth is that when you start going out, mingle, reconnect with nature, it will give you that happiness, it will give you that fulfillment, it will make you feel good. Ma, I don't know if you can relate to what I'm talking about. So they explained the Japanese explained this in a certain way that I cannot pronounce, but it simply means forest bathing. And this forest bathing is saying that we should reconnect with nature using our five senses. That's our hearing, like you can hear the dog bark now. I can just decide to just go outside, watch how he's barking, try to understand the mechanism and everything. Okay, we use our eyes for sight, our nose you perceive some things. You might just be walking along where you know that maybe you have opportunity to walk through a garden instead of taking transport to go to your house. You might just decide to like go through the garden, and going through that garden you have to pluck the flower, perceive it. You know, the ones that you can test, there are some of these natural things that you can just test. You test the ones that you can feel, like the one I felt today. I was just so happy. I was just touching, that kind of a thing. So these people of Okinawa, the residents of Okinawa, they lived by this rule of always reconnecting with nature. They continuously reconnected with nature. So I think, okay, we are talking about the eighth rule now. The eighth rule says that we should express gratitude and always give thanks. They lived by this rule. It worked for them. We are now connecting it to ourselves so that it will work for us even as we live our happy and purpose fulfilling life. I have been opportune to work with influential people. Let me say about 4 or 5 different kind of like very influential people. And I noticed one thing. These people, because they have the money, they are the ones that will always give. They will be the ones to give. And we that are still growing will be the ones receiving. Will be the ones receiving. Now, I came to understand that there are two ways that we can show gratitude and give thanks. The first is through the things that we say. We can always appreciate them. Thank you for everything that you have done. I appreciate you. God bless you. Wow. God bless your family. All of those kind of things. And the second way that most of us neglect is giving to them in return. We also they also want to receive, no matter how small. And this particular thing made me, all of them that I have ever worked with, I gave something. Even if it's 200 naira airtime, even if it's airtime, maybe the person lost the mom or the dad, I might not be able to go there, I might not be able to transport myself to that place, even if it's 1,000 naira airtime. Okay, sir, please, can you use this airtime and make call? That kind of thing. Look for a way to think outside the box to show gratitude to these people. They are also human beings. So, and this is why I have said this and I want to say it again. All of these things work together. Fulfilling purpose on earth is not just for people. It is not just for yourself. It is not just for God. It is for three of these that I've already mentioned. It is for yourself, God, and for the people. So when you are giving to somebody, and there is this kind of giving, it's not the kind that you will be like, boss, send me account number. I want to send something. Oga, send me account number. At the end of everything, you want to send 1,000 naira. What is that one? And most of them will be like, don't worry. So you look for a way to give them in such a way that they will not reject it. There is one, I had to buy wine. I bought wine. I added another thing to it. I had to go and keep it where I know that when the person comes to the office, the person will see it. So when the person finally comes, the question is, who kept this thing? And I will just smile. I'll be like, I'm the one. Where did you get the money from? I'll just smile. So, but it's not like you have all the money. It's not like you have all those big things. But the little that you have, use it and give thanks. Show gratitude to these people that are also giving to you. And even to the ones that are not giving to you, learn to give with the little ones that you have. It's hearing thank you from people. Hearing God bless you from people. I don't know for you, but it gives me this joy. It makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel like God. So I've done something for somebody and the person is genuinely happy. Do you understand? So, and these are ways that we can make impact with our purpose, with the things that we have in us that many other people out there might not even have. Now, the ninth rule that these people lived by is living in the moment. I have heard so many things about this, and I don't know how best to explain it for you to understand. Now, living in the moment is not saying that. Okay, let me use this instance. There is this person, whenever he does a work and gets like 100,000 naira, the next thing we hear is that, oh, everybody gather, we are going for outing. We are going for outing. You'll be like, this money, since I've been praying to God to give me this money, and this job came, we need to go and enjoy. I want to live in the moment. That life is just lived only once, and I need to live it once. I'm not saying that you should not enjoy yourself, but then that you are living in the moment is saying that every of your today, because today never ends, every of your today, make sure that you are living in such a way that when you meet your tomorrow, you will be happy that you took the decisions that you took today, that you took the actions that you took today. Living in the moment is simply saying, forget the past. Forget the mistakes that you have made yesterday. Forget the ones that you have done wrong in the past. And then live today in such a way that when today becomes yesterday and tomorrow meets today, you are happy. I hope that you're not confused with this, my analysis. But I just want you to understand that tomorrow that is yet to come will soon answer today. And living your life intentionally, if you are this kind of a person that wants to live out your purpose, You should be able to make the right choices, make the right decisions today, so that when that your tomorrow comes, which is your future, you will be happy that you made that decision. You will be happy that you lived right in the moment. So living in the moment is simply saying, do the things that you have to do today in order to meet that your bright future of being a great business owner, of being a great or a global dancer, or of being a person that the whole world needs to know in a particular thing. Live today in order to meet that your future. And meeting that your future, you will be happy that you took the right decisions today. I don't know if this point is very clear because I'm trying my best not to confuse you people. Please, is this point clear? Are we together, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
clear,
ma.
ma. It's clear.
All right. So the last but not the least is the main thing that we're talking about. This is the principle. This is the 10th rule that the residents of Okinawa lived by. And this last rule says, follow your Ikigai. That is, once you have identified your purpose of being, follow it. Follow it. Like, follow it. Don't say, okay, I will start tomorrow. Okay, I'll start next tomorrow. Okay, I don't have a good camera. I don't have, my keyboard is disturbing me. I cannot even type anything. Okay, this class is meant to help me, but I don't want to take part in it because my phone is giving me this kind of wahala that requires 2,000 naira for me to go and repair. But you are eating food though. You just decided that today that is Sunday, you went for outing and you ate barbecue. You ate wonderful, wonderful things that are good for your body. Yes, I understand. But I'm just saying the little way that you can start, even if it means depriving yourself of a particular thing in order for you to get what you want. I know many things that personally I deprived myself in order for me to be where I am today, which I'm so grateful that I am here today, believing that tomorrow is going to be better because I have come to that point of intentionally taking steps, intentionally doing something daily. I might not be perfect. Perfection is not the word in my head now, but progress is the one in my head. And this is the same thing I want you to understand. This is the same thing that I want you to come to the point of, because I did not understand this on time. Many people, okay, of recent, one of the people that engaged in that competition that we talked about, she sent me a message. We were talking. She said, "Auntie, do you know I am the youngest among you people that her picture appeared in the 50 most engaged content." I was like, "Are you serious? So how old are you?" She said, "I'm 16 years." Okay, the mentorship class that I'm currently organizing, one sent me a message. She said, "Auntie, I am 14 years old though. Can I take part in this thing?" And like the thing was so surprising me. How can these small, small children at this age be intentional with their life? What of us that are up to 20 something years? I beg, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Like, we need to come to the point of, and I know, like the one that says she's 14 years old, I observed that she's using her mom's phone. So it is not about, must I go and borrow phone, big man like me, big woman like me, fine girl like me, fine boy like me. Who finance help? The point is, whatsoever that you need to pay in order for you to get what you want, as long as you know that you're making the right payment, it's not the kind of payment that you're paying, maybe you are paying with the things that you're not supposed to pay with. I know we know most of the examples. Maybe you needed money for a particular thing, you're looking for who to dash you money and the rest. The point is this: whatsoever that you can do daily, intentionally, build yourself in such a way that tomorrow you will be glad that you took the right decision today. So I will be rounding up with some examples of personality that I've come to see, I've come to understand that we should never neglect our days of little beginning. These things that we think that we are doing small, small now, finally I have found my purpose. What gives me joy is dancing. What gives me joy is singing. okay, I found myself and I want to grow. I want to connect with all these people that know how to sing very well. I want to connect with all these people that know how to do the right kind of business. I want to know their secrets. I want to listen to Yvonne King's messages that will help me to grow my business and all of those things. The point is that even as we are doing all those things small, small now, you should never neglect the turn up. You should not neglect that, okay, this is how I started. Or you will not use because somebody has already gone ahead of you. You will start feeling envy. You start feeling this kind of jealousy. You are angry with that person. Let me say, for instance, now that Mrs. Aniete, that she has up to 1K likes whenever she makes a post, and me, I'm just having 2 likes. Because of that, whenever I see her post, immediately I enter Facebook and I see Aniete Kingsley. Hey, my heart will just do phew, this woman again. I will just be angry. I am not supposed to be angry. If you have that kind of, the truth is that there are points that negative thoughts will come to our hearts. But for you to entertain it is what is wrong. Now, when those kind of a thing comes to your heart towards somebody that has already gone ahead of you, what I do personally is that I will begin to engage in that person's business. Like, I will begin to honor the person too, because honor attracts honor. If you want to be great, you cannot be going around being angry with another person that has already gone ahead. What you have to do is to honor that person. Love, appreciate what the person is doing. Appreciate the person so that you will also get people like Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's KFC. All the way from California, we are hearing about him right here in Enugu, Nigeria, Ondo State, all of those places. We are hearing about it. We are hearing about him and his business. You can imagine somebody concentrating on only fried chicken. I have a friend that once told me, Edith, you are very happy, you have found yourself. At least you know how to write. Me, I don't even know anything. But she's the one that cooks most delicious food in that lodge. She's the one that makes, if she handles anything that has to do with home management, like she's expert in it. But still, she's trying to say that she's not good at anything. Comparing her to KFC now, for instance, you begin to see that focusing on even one thing, small, small, can enable her to speed up and do greater things. And this is what I want us to understand. We have to start small. Now you have identified your purpose. You have asked yourself those 4 key questions that can help you. You have already started seeing light in a particular thing and you want to become better at it. Don't say, this is too slow for my liking. Even getting reward in your passion will take some time. So don't just try to force it. I must start getting reward. I must start making money today, tomorrow. People like Peace Mass Transit. The other day I passed through his university. I was so marveled. This man started with only 2 buses. The man from Osoka in the Enugu state. But now many people are hearing about him. Peace Mass Transit is everywhere. Now he has a secondary school, he has a university. Like, will I talk about people like Dangote, people like Innocent Plastic? These are people that started small, small. The point is this: identify your purpose and work in it. There is a quote that Viktor Frankl once said. He said, if you are trying to find a mission on earth, he said that your current mission is to focus on finding that your mission and not walking around looking at who to be angry with, who not to be angry with. The point is this: find your own Ikigai. Once you have identified it, what do you do next? You follow it up progressively, not just being perfect, but progressively have something that you are doing small, small. And then on a final note, you don't have to compare what you are doing with what another person is doing. Don't compare yourself, just be yourself. All of us might be age mates. Most of my mates in secondary school, most of them might see some of this I'm doing online. They'll be like, wow, Edith, I'm so proud of you. Most of them, I will see them, I'll be like, oh, yes, we are age mates, we are all of that. but we don't have the same track, we don't have the same path to follow. We might have our own cup containing a water. We might have our cup that contains, like, that has a water that is already filled, and another person might have a cup that is empty, and both of us are expected to run. You cannot run with a cup that is filled with water. You can only run with a cup that is empty. You will kukuma run and fly even if you want, but the person that has cup that is filled with water, you want to walk small small so that that water will not pour. Both of us have cup, both of us have cups, yes, but then we have our different content in it. So you should be able to that person, be yourself and be authentic with what you are doing. I think I will round up here. I really have a lot of things to talk about, but because of our time, I really have to round up here. But I pray and hope that some of the things that we have learned this night, we will put it into work and put it into practice. Being intentional with your life, understanding that purpose is all about intentionality, and knowing that you have something to achieve. You are not just sent on earth for sending sake. Somebody sent me, I want to just come, live, marry, give birth, die, and that is it. You should understand your purpose in that marriage, understand your purpose in that place that you are, understand your purpose so that when you leave this world, even generations to come, they will be happy that somebody like you lived. People like Catherine Kuma, people like Dr. Myers Morio, I came to know about them when they are already dead. People like Yubon King, I came to know about him when he was already dead. I did not even know. So the point is, whatsoever that you are doing, live that your life in such a way that you are happy, you are fulfilled. People around you, they are also happy seeing the things that you are doing. Most of them might not believe in you when you first started, but your results, when finally you will be placed at that spotlight, they will be glad. I know most times people like my parents, they'll be like, wait, this girl, are we the people that really gave birth to you? Because they did not even know most of the things that I've come to do in life. Honestly, like there are some things I will show them video, they'll be like, oh, I will read something out for them to listen to. They'll be like, where did you learn all these things from? This is just to tell us that our parents or whoever might be around us, they have little effect in what we have decided to become in our life. We are the main chairman, we are the main cheerleader of whatsoever that has to do with us. God helping us to achieve it. I'll be stopping here, man. Thank you so much.
Wow, please drop, I don't know, fire emoji in the comment section for Edith. Clap her. Please drop fire emoji, clap her. This has been an amazing session. Edith, God bless you for this wonderful session. Thank you. I must say I've
Thank you
learned
so
so
much,
much.
man.
Pages, I've learned so much. I've been writing since you started this session, and I do hope that others that were with us will also taking note of the things that she said. God bless you, Edith, for doing this. I don't know how to thank you, but like
God bless
Edith
you too,
has seen
man.
it all. Yeah, gift have seen that. I am glad I joined, and thank you so much. I've been seeing your comments in the comment
I
section. God
swear, God bless you. Really.
Thank you very much. God bless you. So everything lies what within us, and like she said, finally, what you have to do, what you need to do, does not depend on anybody, but it depends on you. Others will not understand your journey. There are people that will still rate you based on who they knew 3 months, 5 years, 6 months, 1 year ago. You don't have to pay attention to them. Like me, there are times when people will tell me, this thing you wrote, like they've not, they are not aware that I've long left them at where they knew me months back, and I don't really care. I'm still focused. So purpose
Exactly.
is intentionality. Don't just know your purpose, live it. And it begins with you finding happiness within you, finding that true expression of who you want to be within you. That's where it begins from. You have to study, like what I derive from what says, study yourself and develop what you have. Most times we overlook our strength. We're like, gosh, what is this? Forgetting that that thing that you find very easy to do is a challenge to another person. Take for instance,
Honestly.
should I say I'm very poor with color designs and stuff? Just this, no, 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 take this one. Now this one does not follow. But I know if I want to sit down and write, I can do that very well. And look at me, I want to now come and kill myself. I want to design. No, I don't have to try overwhelming myself with everything at the same time, one step at a time. Progress, not perfection. If you are looking for perfection, you will never get to do anything. If you are waiting to have everything, like, okay, I'm supposed to do live sessions, she's laughing because she knows my poor attitude with designs. You to mind yourself there. So you understand, but I have to focus on my strength and leave what is left for them edit and gifts to do their designs. I still learn and follow them gradually, but I have to focus on building my strength and stand out with my strength. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. This reminds me of the story of the 10 talents. You are not empty. So if you are watching this session live, or you'll be watching the replay later, you are not empty. Look within you and answer these 4 questions. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world around you need? And what can you be rewarded for? Look within you and answer these 4 questions. If you can confidently and honestly answer these 4 questions, begin to work towards them. You'll be amazed at what will come out of it. This is not the time to wait for government, like wait for everybody to tell you working with the government is the best, gratuity, pension and the rest. You now want to break your head over because they are waiting for the government. What if it does not come? If it comes, fine, but don't bury your talent, don't bury your gift. You are here for a purpose. Find out why are you here, and don't just find it out. Do something to live it out. Every great destiny, every great man and woman you find out there, they started one step at a time. They started from somewhere, and here today we are celebrating them. Nobody cares about the pains, the sacrifices they made in the past. Just when they should not say, is this what she went through? Is this what she went through? We want the result, but we are not ready to do the work that will bring the result. Thank you, Edith, for this session, and thanks to everyone that has joined us. I do believe that after here, we'll get better with whatever we are doing, and we'll pump up ourselves for 2023. Then just permit me to use this opportunity to invite you next month. Our session, we wouldn't have a live session on the group like this. It's going to be a leaders roundtable, the transformational leaders summit. I've already spoken with the guests that will be anchoring the sessions. It's for leaders. We are all leaders. So if you don't have a business, don't feel you are not leader. The essence is to help us develop and stay true to our purpose. That's why this had to come. So remember, she said number 4, the friends you keep, the community you find yourself in. Who are the people that surround your life? That's the essence of the Transformational Leaders Summit we'll be having in December. 3 days boot camp, back-to-back value, preparation for 2023. I don't want to take anyone unawares. And we are coming up with mentorship session to ensure that 2023 does not meet you the way 2022 left you, and also you don't go through that year the way you went through 2022. So please keep tap. The flyers will be out any moment from now. Rule number 4, your company matters. Friendship is not a do or die affair. If you are not keeping company with people that don't support your vision, people that criticize you, they will puncture you. You will soon return to your village, and you don't want to do that. So that's why we are trying to build this community of like minds to inspire, encourage, and ensure that we fly together. If you want to go far, go as a team. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Enjoy the cotton break. Keep tap on the community for other updates that will be coming your way. God bless you, dear. Thank you. I keep celebrating you every day. Thank you for always blessing my heart. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.